Welcome to Tiny Acres Homestead. So it's the day after the Kentucky Derby, which is when people are typically told here in Kentucky to start their spring gardens. And even though I started mine a few days ago, I am going to continue to plant today. I got the plot for the market garden halfway tilled up. There was too many roots in this area, so I'm going to put as much as I can in this spot, and we're going to start another spot for corn and stuff, because there's no way there's enough room for anything in this one if I put any corn in it at all. So let's go look at where I'm going to try to till up for the corn. Alright, so the grass has gotten a little bit tall. Hopefully the tiller doesn't get caught up in it. But I'm going to go right here in front of the chicken coop all the way back. And I may end up moving them again. I've already moved them this morning, but I may end up moving them so that I can till up part of that spot too. And then I'm still thinking about trying to expand over here a little bit. The grass is getting pretty tall, so I don't know if the tiller can handle it before it gets mowed, but I'm going to expand this garden a little bit more too. I don't know if I'll get to this today because the tiller really kills me, but we'll see what happens. Now, I do want to show you, we've got potatoes are coming up, and I need to clear out a bunch of weeds, but we've got our onions and peas are coming up. Some of our little lettuce salad mix is starting to grow. Sorry about all these weeds. They just grew like, weeds. And I don't know what's going on with this one. It's like nothing germinated at all. And I know I put seeds in here. The only thing trying to grow in here is grass and weeds. And this one, we've got some things trying to grow. Here's a little lettuce. But there's also lots of grass and weeds that I need to take care of. Probably won't get to that today since I have to till and plant. And we've got strawberries right there. So stuff is starting to take already, and we got to get more stuff in the ground. We're not going to have a very big farmer's market booth if I don't get plants in the ground, so we're going to start at that. And I'm not going to show you me tilling up the ground because it's not pretty. It's not a pretty sight. I struggle a lot, but I'll show you once I get started how much I can get done today. So I started tilling, and then this happened. It's been hailing, it is flooding, it's thundering. Mr. Scaredy Dog needed on the porch. Hi, Mr. Scaredy Dog, who's scared of thunder. But it's probably going to be way too wet after this to till. So once again, nice. Only time off in the weekend is spent with a rain and a storm, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get this garden ready. So it's been a week since that last storm, and every day that I try to get out and work in the garden, another storm rolls in. It's thundering right now. I'm going to try to get some stuff in the ground before it starts back up. It just got done raining and storming a few minutes ago. There's a break in the storm, so I'm going to try to get some of this stuff in the ground. Right here I've broken up some ground. I'm going to put the melons and pumpkins back here. I didn't get finished doing the whole spot that I'm going to use because, like I said, storm. But I would like to get these in the ground, so I'm just going to work around it. If I don't hurry up and get these in the ground, then they will not be ready in time. So I'm just going to put them in here in the spot I've got. I have not started any pie pumpkins. I'll probably just direct seed those. But I'm gonna get these in real quick. So even though we've got planting to do, we've also got harvesting to do. Mainly just strawberries. And I could get some oregano and start drying that out. Our potatoes are coming up, doing pretty good. Garlic looks awesome. And the weeds have taken over again because we've had so much rain. So I'm gonna try to harvest these strawberries, and then my little spot that I've got dug up over here, I'm gonna put green beans. And then I'm gonna go out to the market garden area and plant all of my market garden crops that I had planned on planting there. It's hot and muggy, but it's not raining and it's not storming, so today's the day to get it done. Not sure my bowl's big enough. So we filled up the bowl. I had probably about 12 strawberries that I left on the vine yesterday so that they could get riper, and they are way too ripe today. So these, if they were red on one side and still had some white on the other side, I went ahead and picked them because tomorrow they would be too ripe and they would be useless. Some of these, like these right here in the middle, are a little bit overripe, so I'll let Dean have his way with those ones, and then whatever's left we'll sell at the farmer's market on Saturday. He sold 2 little boxes of strawberries last Saturday, and then he proceeded to spend all of it on donuts and cinnamon rolls, so he didn't make any money, but that's okay. He's 6. Let him have the donuts and cinnamon rolls. He's learning how money works. He's learning how to make it, how to spend it. Either way, he's learning stuff, I guess. Alright, let's get some seeds in the ground. Alright, I dug some holes for tomatoes. I plan on buying some cattle panels to stick in behind over here on this side so that we can give them some support. But I'm going to go ahead and get them planted even though I don't have the cattle panels because right now they're still small. And I'm not sure if I dug enough holes, but we'll see once we get down to the end. And this is very sandy, so I've got some Miracle-Gro garden soil to put down with it. And yeah, this is a lot of sand. That's why there's not much grass here, because nothing wants to grow here. I'm hoping if I put enough amendments that this will be a good little garden area. We'll see. Alright, I am going to try to loosen up these little root balls just a little so that they're not all compacted. And I'm just going to set them in here sideways. And these first ones I'm going to plant are beef steak tomatoes.
Mama, I'm holding it.
Are you pointing it toward the tomato?
Nope, I'm not pointing tomato. I'm holding. I'm holding grandma so ants don't get on it.
Yeah, but what are you taking a video of?
You?
Why don't you point it at the tomato? Now these will go up toward the sky whenever they're... Maybe I should point them this way. Now these will point up toward the sky whenever they start to grow. I'm just going to bend them down like this. You see that? And put them down sideways. That will give them more... tomatoes can grow roots all along their stems. So we're just going to lay them down sideways toward the direction I'm going to put the cattle panel. And we should be able to tie them up pretty easily to the panel once it's installed and they get a little bigger. These are Roma / paste tomatoes. Now you can plant in these little peat cups, but I don't want to because I can never get these cups to actually disintegrate inside my ground, and it's trapped in there. So I'm just gonna take them out of these cups. You can just rip them off or just pluck them out like you would out of a plastic container.
Why are you not doing all the way downhill?
I'm just gonna, since this one's so tall, I'm just gonna shove as much of it underground as I can. It's a little wilty because it's thirsty, but it will get some water soon. I'm just gonna get the rest of these in there. I'm gonna save cherry tomatoes for last. Alright, so these are the cherry tomatoes. I didn't dig them as deep, mainly because I'm running out of steam. But we're going to do them the same way. Break off the bottom, couple of branches here, loosen up the root ball, and just lay it in sideways. So it can grow some more roots. So we want these to be big, strong plants.
You know this is melted chocolate?
Yeah.
Wait.
Don't worry about the majority of these weeds after we get stuff planted, because I am running behind with planting everything. We are very, very behind, so. And this area did have junkyard cars and trees. That is why there's so many roots, and sometimes I come across a buried car part. I know that is probably not the best for my plants, but considering this entire property used to have junk cars in it, I don't have many choices.
I just steal some of these. I just steal some of these trees. Here you go. I'm facing the sky. Down facing no. That one's facing the sun. That one's facing the sky. But
Right, this tomato is upright once again, and it's got some garden soil and some of the regular sandy dirt in here. This says in-ground use. It looks like wet mulch to me. I don't know, but hopefully it's gonna help this sand not be so sand. So we're gonna get the rest of these buried in, and then we'll start on everything else. Alright, now we've got all the tomatoes planted. Now it's time to get the peppers planted. You better not leave my hammer outside, Dean. Dean's finding gold, aka sandstones. Dean, do you want to show the camera one of your pieces of gold?
yeah.
And how cool they look on the inside?
Oh, the biggest ones.
All these little purple streaks through them, huh?
Yeah. Oh, this one.
Yep. That's good, Dean. So as far as peppers go, I have no idea which one of these was what. So I'm just going to plant them. Some of them are sweet, some of them are spicy. Whenever they grow peppers on them, we'll figure it out. And I'm not all too concerned about cross-pollination because it doesn't really matter. The sweet peppers won't get too hot from it, and it wouldn't hurt a jalapeno to be a little sweeter. So, yep, let's get these in these holes.
I'm getting the biggest one ever. Oh, okay.
This is just potting soil that was in these little sprouts. So I'm just gonna dump it in there. It can't hurt anything. Yep, Bean, you got all kinds of gold. Alright, got all of the peppers and all of the tomatoes planted. What I've got left in my sprout box is some rosemary, some basil. Apparently all of my parsley died. I can't remember what that is. And we got some okra.
What's okra?
What is that? I'm gonna have to look. I have no idea. I planted stuff. There's things in there. But I need to go check on the chicken I stuck in the oven. And if it's done, we'll eat. If it's not, I'll plant this okra. I've only got like 4 of them, so. I also need to see if how far away they should be from the peppers. And I've got some seeds I need to start. I've got cucumbers, zucchini, and yellow squash. And we'll see how much room we've got left. We'll put some other stuff in here. It's a pretty big plot. I've got to get all the rest of this grass up out of it, but if this works out, which I hope it does because this is what I'm banking on for making money, then we will probably use it again. But let's go check the chicken. We went ahead and planted the okra right beside the peppers. According to the internet, they like each other. So, yeah, and ignore my mess. I'm a messy person. That's just life. Now we're going to put some on the other end of these tomatoes. I've got about 2.5 feet of space. I measured 32 feet. I'm pretty sure cattle panels were 16 feet long. So I'm going to put them here next to the tomatoes so that we can attach them to the cattle panel also, and they can grow up instead of wherever they want. And I'll probably plant another 1 or 2 over in the other garden as well. So let's get some seeds in. And these are straight 8 cucumber seeds. They're an heirloom seed. And since we're not gonna have these going wherever they please, I'm only gonna put them probably maybe 6 inches apart. So I should be able to fit 4 or 5 plants in here. That's not 6 inches. That's more like 4. Alright. I'm going to cover those over with some of that garden mix there. This will also help me keep track of where they got planted since they're seeds and not plants. So there's our cucumber seeds. Now we're going to finish this pepper row with these little tiny basil plants that I started in the house. They look fabulous. Okay, so we've got some really wilty parsley because I forgot to give it water. We've got some rosemary and some thyme in here that needs to be planted. I did not start any oregano this year because I have a big, huge oregano bush in my garden already. So we're going to go ahead and put these on the side of my little basils that I planted. Already got the spots ready. Just need to mix it in and plant them. And then I'm thinking around the edges of this whole garden I'm going to put some marigolds and some onions because I want to try to keep the critters out if possible since there is no fence. I don't know if I've got enough of either of those things to cover the entire 3 sides that we're going to need to cover, but we'll see. Alright, we've got all the sprout transplanted that are supposed to go in this garden. Did rosemary, parsley, thyme. These are ground cherries. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 ground cherries planted. And I think before I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. And with the next video we'll start planting stuff in the putting the tomatoes and stuff in the other garden and getting the seeds started out here. I've got quite a bit of weeding to do before I can plant anything, so it's going to take a while and I need to get this video out. But thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.